want to get into this one with you. And a lot of things I'm going to say you're not going to like, but they're facts. The absolute stone cold facts. Regardless of how they were achieved, they still remain the facts. Jake Paul, Jake the problem child Paul, who was started out as a Nickelodeon and done various things and has a YouTube channel, has done well for himself, and the boxing world still want to continue calling him a YouTuber. Now here's where I've got a problem with it, and the last piece of evidence for me was that the picture that's in the thumbnail, picture of him sparring with Jared Anderson and Lawrence Okolie. I don't know who the third guy was he was sparring with, but that's in the thumbnail. Lawrence Okolie, two-weight world champion, looking to become a three-weight world champion. Jared Anderson, professional fighter, beaten by Martin Bakole. Yeah? Another professional fighter. So all the guys he was sparring with were professional fighters. Now, he's about to get in the ring and fight Anthony Joshua, another professional fighter. So yeah, sorry about that, people. Slight connection issue. Right. So, with this being said, he sparred with three professional fighters, or sparring with three professional fighters to prepare for another professional fighter, Anthony Joshua. Now, all these people that are criticizing Jake Paul, Carl Froch included, call him fake Paul. Let me ask Carl Froch this question. When has he ever headlined on Netflix? And would he ever headline on Netflix? And how many of these professional fights today can headline on Netflix? How many of these fighters can say that how long Jake Paul been fighting? He's able to get in the ring and step in the ring, a legend like Mike Tyson, and basically control Mike, prevent Mike from throwing the knockout blows for him to be able to go on and beat Mike. These are things promoting fighters like Katie Taylor against Amanda Serrano. Look at the fights Jake's promoting. Look at the fighters Jake's promoting. And you still want to call him a YouTuber? The fact of the matter is, a lot of boxing people in the boxing community don't like progression. They don't like progression, and they always like to give goalposts, and the goalposts forever. They don't even like their own fighters. If you beat a fighter and you're world champion, oh, but then you couldn't beat this fighter. Oh, but then you ducked that fighter. Oh, but then the weight. Oh, but then this. Oh, but then that. If Usyk beat King Kong, they'll say, well, you beat King Kong, but you didn't fight Godzilla. Oh, but if you fight King Kong and you beat Godzilla, boxing fans are fickle. And boxing fans don't really look at the things that they really should focus on, like judging and refereeing and doping, PEDs, the scandals, the people get off lightly, the people get severely reprimanded for the same things. These things. The way the promoters are able to sell you things, sell you fighters that are weight trained, or they're going to fights with injuries and you don't know it, but you, the public, think that they're going to be 100% fit and ready to go. So many things. But this guy, Jake Paul, is a grafter. And he's grafted. And there are not many fighters I know in the world's professional fighters today that could promote the way he's promoting alongside the world's best promoters and still have a boxing career and fight on the biggest stages? You tell me. So if you still want to call this guy a YouTuber, what does it make the rest of the boxing community? If he is a YouTuber who's got, then what is the boxing community? Yet you could say, oh well, Jake Paul's fights are staged. Maybe. But if you know the result of 90% of boxing bouts anyway, are they not staged? So the argument can be that Jake Paul is no different than there are guys I know in the professional world of boxing that haven't even fought anyone remotely near a Mike Tyson. Look at Jake Paul's career. He fought a Mike. I don't care if Mike was 50 years old. There are fighters today that in this day and age that would still not step in the ring with Mike Tyson. Even if Mike was 60, they wouldn't get in the ring with Mike. So for me, honestly speaking to you all, boxing fans, when people say, Jake Paul's a YouTuber, they're just repeating things. People like sheep. They're like parrots. Somebody says it and everyone repeats it. That may have been a point, and that may have been a valid point when he started out his career. But this man's a promoter. He's a fighter. He gets in the ring. And for me, he's got all the respect in the world. And don't be surprised if he beats Joshua. Don't be surprised. Because, look, things are in the contract like he's making Joshua lose weight. He's making Joshua lose weight. He's telling Joshua, like, you can't knock me out. You can carry me in a fight, but you can't knock me out. He is coming in with his own rules. And the fighters, a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, is being told how to fight. The former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world is being told what to do and what not to do in the ring. Even Usyk can't do that. The great Usyk cannot do that. He's got to literally do it by getting in there, taking his licks, and licking you back. So boxing fans, be careful. Be very careful who we start calling a YouTuber and this and that. And some of the guys that say call him YouTubers, he's a YouTuber. He's doing better business than they did. Jake Paul's doing better business than Simon Jordan, who sits there and talks sport criticising him. He's probably doing better business than Piers Morgan, who sits there criticising him. He's probably doing a lot better than a lot of these promoters we've got in this country. Right? He's getting the fights. And he's not allowing any promoter to stop him getting the fights. So you tell me. And he's bringing in his own rules as well. So to me, Jake Paul is not a YouTuber. And we must stop talking this rubbish about him being a YouTuber. I don't care if he gets knocked out by Anthony Joshua, right? Because ultimately, the other guys have been knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Kubrat Puris, the current WBA heavyweight champion of the world. Povetkin was the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world. And he was a fearsome guy at the time. So he got knocked out. So Vladimir Klitschko, the former heavyweight champion of the world, was knocked out by Anthony Joshua. So, I mean, if Jake Paul gets knocked out by Anthony Joshua, so what? So what? Based on the experience and what Jake Paul has done and what Joshua's done, it should be clear night and day. But Jake's saying, all right, so you've got this Olympic pedigree. Okay. So you are a 2-time heavyweight champion. Okay. You're physically bigger and stronger than me. But what if I stop you from throwing punches the way you want to throw punches? And what if now I make you lose weight? And what if I tell you now you can't knock me out? So all these things you have to do now, while yourself have to be careful that you don't get knocked out in the process. So now you've got a choreographer fight. You basically have to go around the ring like Mike Tyson had to do. Mike had to go in the ring and fight a guy without throwing punches back that were going to cause a knockout. Because if they cause a knockout, then basically Mike didn't get paid. So if that's the same thing for Joshua, all these people, oh, well, Joshua should win the fight. Joshua should win the fight if there's no contractual rules that say, look, come in whatever way you want and fight however way you want. But Jake's a smart man. Jake's a businessman. Makes business sense. It's on Netflix. It's just before you all jump to gun and start saying Joshua's got to knock him out. Why did Joshua take the fight? Lots of money. Lots of money. So when people jump on the bandwagon about, oh, Jake, like if Jake gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. But I guarantee you now, I guarantee you now, I guarantee you now, reported, I guarantee you now, at the end of the day, Jake Paul, people are going to tune in to watch Jake Paul on Netflix. People are going to buy that fight. People are going to buy the fight. People are going to buy the fight. People are going to buy the fight. They're absolutely going to buy the fight. Absolutely going to buy the fight. Absolutely going to buy the fight. And the fact that they'll go on new Netflix and they'll buy the fight, you're going to buy the fight to watch a YouTuber. Well, then you're a bigger fool than me. You're a bigger fool than me. Because there are a lot of guys who are technically better than Jake Paul, that have had better boxing careers than Jake Paul, that will never, ever be on Netflix. So if a YouTuber is making more money than you, is promoting boxing bouts, and is making more money than you, and you have the nerve to wrap your mouth and say, YouTuber, you need to take a good look in the mirror about, look at yourself and say, really? This guy's a YouTuber? Okay. And for that, I rest my case. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and leave your comments. And for those people in the comment section, I've got a little warning to you. A little warning to you. You're not the first that have done this, but I guarantee you, all you people that are doing the stuff in the comment section that you shouldn't be doing, guess what? It's going to come back to you and your families. Because guess what? When you do wrong and you do bad, it comes back to you. And if it doesn't come back to you, it comes back to your families. Thank you and have a good day. Take care.